Hey, I'm Scott, and I am an American in Bangkok. I just wanted to give a couple of tips, and this has nothing to do with women or really living in Thailand, but it's more about photography. First of all, if you do happen to visit Bangkok or you live in Bangkok and you want film, um, for me, the best place to go is down across the street from Central Department Store, Lat Pral, Central Lat Pral. You go across the street, and there are a row of film labs. They'll develop your film, and they have quite a bit of film available. Um, Yesterday, I went. I picked up about 5 rolls of film. Uh, the two places that I go to most of the time are A and B Digital Lab, and also Photo City. Um, and they, like I said, they have quite a bit of film. They have 120, they have 35 millimeter, they have Ilford, they have Kodak, they have I got some Ektar yesterday. I got some Ilford 3200. They have HP5. They have Fuji film. They have all kinds of stuff. Usually they have like at least a brick or two of each particular type of film. So that's one thing. The other thing is that where's my iPhone? It's in my pocket. The other day I bought this app. I'm big on apps. I'm big on apps, and I'm big on the iPhone. I love the iPhone, first of all. But okay, I've got a couple of photo apps that I really like on my camera. The first one is Hipstamatic, and this is when Hipstamatic was one of the first apps that was used by professional photographers to take photographs that could be put in magazines, and it showed that the iPhone, or rather the phone, with the proper app, could be used to make photos that were worthy of going into magazines. And the guy who I always bring up, who really made it with his iPhone, was a guy named Michael Christopher Brown. You should look him up. He's a very prolific young photographer. He's done a lot already. But he was in Libya, and I think it was Libya, and the camera that he had broke, and he was a poor, starving photographer at the time. And he whipped out his iPhone, started taking photos. He took some phenomenal photos, and they were published in Time magazine. And then he also took some shots in the Congo, and those photos were also published. And now there are quite a few people who they specialize in iPhone photography. But Hipstamatic is great. You've got different filters. You can set up different types of lenses and flashes and films, and you get a few when you buy the Hipstamatic app. I don't know, it's only a couple of bucks, but and then you can add on different packages. So I've got a handful. I've got enough now where I'm fine. I don't need any more. I've probably got 15 or 20 different combinations that I can use. Probably even more than that. The other one that I just got the other day was it's called Pro Camera 8, and it allows you to set the shutter speed. It allows you to do everything manually, which there are some apps that do it, but this one in particular is very good. It allows you to set the ISO, the shutter speed, and the white balance, and it also has different kinds of camera settings. You can set it for night photography, which is actually, now they changed it to low light. Then there's low light plus, and then there is regular camera, and then you can have a video camera, and you can manually set everything so that you have a lot more control over the camera, and it takes very, very good pictures. It's very, very sharp. It has image stabilization. It's a great app. It's $4.99, which for apps, it's a little bit steep. And then the low light plus, not just the low light, but the low light plus is $2.99, an additional $2.99. So for about $8, you get a really, if you want to take your time and just use the iPhone to take photos in places, it's a great app. Finally, there's one that I use for filming that I've just started using again. I really didn't get into it before. I downloaded it I'd say about 6 months ago, and I just didn't spend the time that I needed to get to use it and to learn it. It's called Filmic, Filmic, and you can, just like with the Pro Camera 8, you can set everything manually on. But this particular app was used to make a movie. There was, I don't remember the guy's name or the name of the movie. I think it was about something that took place in LA, with ladyboys or transvestites or whatever you want to call them. And the whole film was shot with nothing but iPhones. And it won some awards, and it was considered a very good film. And nobody was the wiser because it was shot with iPhones. They did a great job with it. They had some other app that helped them to make the film, but this Filmic was the main app that they used, and it's very, very good. I noticed the other day I was shooting TAC-RAW, and I was using just a basic video camera, and the shadows in this particular place, it's a playground, but there's a big wall, and the shadows that come off of the wall really they get in the way, and it makes it very difficult to meter where you're shooting. And so basically I just kind of average it out. I went into a place that was a little bit dark, a little bit light. It was in the middle, and it allowed me to shoot, to video the guys playing, and it wasn't too dark as it was in some other cases. But the app itself is very good. It's very powerful. So these apps are very powerful. You can do a lot with them. I love the Hipstamatic, and now basically I just use it for black and white stuff, and then I use it for like portrait stuff. And for food, it's great for food because the colors are so vivid and the camera is so sharp. The app really helps draw out the colors, and you get the most out of your camera with these apps, and I really like that. So, if you're into iPhone photography, or like with me, what it is I don't always want to carry my camera around because it's a pain in the ass, or it's a little too big, or I don't want to carry my laptop and a camera, and then, because it's like then I'm lugging around a bunch of stuff. So if I just carry my laptop and I carry my iPhone, then it's very easy. Or I just carry my camera, makes it much easier. But what I found was if you just use the basic camera on your phone, it's really not enough in some situations. And I also I think I put a video up on Facebook, but I videoed the hip-hop championships here in the Mall Bangkok upstairs, and I was in the dark. I'm sitting in the dark, and the only light was on the stage, so I had to set the exposure, and it was very difficult because there was side light coming on and everything. And listen, it's not going to be perfect. It's an iPhone, but it was much better than if I would just use the standard camera app on the phone. So anyway, that's all I got. Hopefully somebody out there will be able to use at least one of these apps. I don't get any money if you buy the apps, so I'm just recommending them. So anyway, that's all I got. Until next time, I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. Choke me, that jerk.